2:48, 8:02.76 with a 1:56 anchor for Twin Valley to finish third. On to our second heat, Warwick from Pennsylvania, Haddonfield from New Jersey, Radnor, Pennsylvania, Belfield from Mandeville, Jamaica, Rahway, New Jersey, Century from Sykesville, Maryland, Gilman School from Baltimore, Maryland, Lawrenceville School from New Jersey, St. Joseph's by the Sea from Staten Island, Enid Bennett from Jamaica, Cornwall from New Windsor, New York, Wyomissing area, Pennsylvania, Columbia from East Greenbush, New York, St. Jago from Jamaica, Fort Wellington from Guyana, Hartford Tech from Bel Air, Maryland, Bethel from Hampton, Virginia, and Owen J. Roberts from Pottstown. We'll keep our eye on Enid Bennett running this race. Enid Bennett has the number 2 runner at Jamaican Champs, Tyrese Taylor. He ran 1:48 at Jamaican Champs. Early on, a strong start for Bellafield from Jamaica. 55-second opening leg for Ramoy Grant on the first 400.
I like it. There's somebody out there really pushing the pace, and you can see he separated himself. He's got about a 5-meter lead on the field right now, but question is, did he go too hard too soon? About 250 meters to go here on this leg, and he's getting eaten up.
Radnor has moved into the top spot. Nearby Radnor, Pennsylvania, Luke O'Malley has flown into the opening spot in big lead.
Well,
with 100 meters to
and
go.
we get a chance to see. This is what happens when you go out a little bit too fast,
Yep.
boy. And look at the people passing the young Jamaican now.
Yeah, Belfield's fallen all the way back to about 8th place. Radnor makes the exchange first. Wyomissing area, Pennsylvania second, and Haddonfield Memorial, New Jersey third.
Well, the bright lights in the big stage can give you a little bit of false security. You feel great out there, and you run a 55-second first lap, and it's just like, wait a minute. I felt good until I didn't.
Radnor continues to build its lead. They're ahead of Wyomissing area, Ryan Vargo running for Wyomissing area, Frank Brown for Radnor. Haddonfield Memorial has Andrew Gotvich running this second leg.
Wyomissing is John Shinnick.
Really steady running for Radnor in the early going of this race. Onto the second leg. Still a lap to go on leg 2 with some separation. Wyomissing, Haddonfield, and Columbia are your next 3. And then it's Belfield, Jamaica. So Columbia from East Greenbush, New York has gotten up into the mix on this second leg, led by Dustin Chambers. Radnor's still out in front on the second leg. Haddonfield Memorial's Andrew Gotovich has run up into second. Belfield making a move once again. On this second leg for Belfield, Akeem Tomlin has charged into second place. Basically the reverse of the first leg for Belfield, finishing strong to get into good positioning. Radnor still stays on top as they turn to leg 3, and Radnor's Doug Rosen. Haddonfield Memorial off a great leg from Andrew Gotovich, gets it off to Greg Eisenhower just behind for second. Belfield, Jamaica in third.
Alex Gilbert.
Still waiting for Tyrese Taylor from Enid Bennett. When he gets going, he could change this race in a bit as well. Trying to beat the times from the first race. St. Benedict's Prep 7:55.08, the top time. Burnt Hills Ballston Lake was second in 8:02.48. There's a second of 4 4x800 heats. Top 12 teams from the 4 heats move on to tomorrow's final.
Columbia in third.
Radnor, Haddonfield, Columbia, your top 3, and it is tight. even jumping up into the mix is Warwick from Lititzsmith, Pennsylvania, with Lititzsmith on the third leg. Radnor's led basically the entire way. Haddonfield is next. And Belfield moving up once again. I like how the Belfield runners have learned from their first runner, Roy Grant, who went out so hot and then overcooked it at the end. These last two legs for Belfield have both built in the final 200 and gotten them right back into contention, Dan.
Well, and they didn't get it all back at once. They've slowly worked their way back up. I like the patience that they're showing here.
We go to the final leg. It'll be Luke O'Malley running for Radnor. After Radnor started with Ethan Zay, then it was Chris Beal and Frank Brown. Brown gets the baton off. Haddonfield right there in second. Columbia in third. So the Radnor anchor O'Malley. The Haddonfield Memorial anchor is Derek Guess. The Columbia anchor for the squad out of East Greenbush, New York, is Liam Danaher. Century out of Sykesville, Maryland has moved up into a top 4 spot as well. And now Bellafield from Jamaica is moving once again. Unfortunately for Tyrese Taylor, one of the top runners in Jamaica in the 800, his Enid Bennett squad didn't put him into contention here. He's working from about 11th place on this final leg. Radnor still in the top spot. Now look at the surge forward from Century out of Sykesville, Maryland. They've moved up into second at the bell. Haddonfield in third. Question is, did Century's Tyler Dregley go out a little bit too early as he really pushed that first 400? Looked slightly behind the pace of St. Benedict's Prep. But, again, you don't need to beat St. Benedict's time. You just need to be one of the top 12 to move on to tomorrow's final.
Well, in St. Benedict's Prep, they did it all alone. There's 6 teams out there that are really battling for this. It's been this close all the way.
Radnor's done the leading basically wire to wire. Radnor's Luke O'Malley trying to hold off Warwick's Connor Shields, who has moved to the outside. Warwick was the top seed in this heat, and after Radnor led the entire way, Shields pushing forward. Look at Haddonfield Memorial making the outside move. Derek Guest just covered a lot of ground, and he takes the lead. Haddonfield Memorial on the final leg takes the heat.